Hi, it's V with Crafting Daily Dose, and today I have an alternative for you from the January 2025 Paper Pumpkin Kit called Hearts for You. Now, the envelopes that come with this kit look like this, and I really like them. I think that they are so charming that I chose to make a card out of the envelope itself. By adding just a little bit of cardstock, I was able to get a card that will stand up on its own, and then when you lift the flap, the message panel rises up and you can put your greeting right here. Stay tuned because I would love to show you how to make this. Here are the supplies that I used for this card. First, I need an envelope and we're going to cut this down together. This message panel comes from the card base right here. I used this section. It's got a really subtle design, but I thought that added a little something extra to it. And then I cut this down. I used just the front of the card, not this back piece. I'm actually saving this for a different project that I'll share with you later. But this front piece was trimmed down. I cut off 1/2 inch from each side and 1/4 inch from the top. So the final measurement here is 4.5 inches wide by 4 inches high, and there is a score at 1/2 inch from the top. Now, if you don't want to cut up this card base, you can of course use some basic white cardstock here instead. I'm using these stickers from the kit, as well as this die, that's the row of hearts, and this die cut label here. And then finally, this decorative heart. I've got the twine and the embellishments from the kit. And then the only thing extra I'm using is a little bit of real red cardstock. So this piece is 2 inches across by 3 inches in height, and it's been scored at every 1/2 inch. So at 1/2, 1 inch, and 1.5 inches. And then I've got 2 of these pieces. I'm using the stamps from the kit and stamping with the real red Stampin' spot that also came with it. And now we're ready to get started. Let's begin by trimming the envelope. I'm going to trim a little bit off the sides as well as the bottom. I'm turning it upside down so that I've got my flat edge against the top. That just makes it easier for me. And I'm going to be trimming off 3/8 of an inch from each side. So I'm using the measurements that are over here on the right side of my trimmer. Each one of these tick marks here is a 1/16 of an inch, so I'm counting off 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6/16, which is the same as 3/8. So I'm putting it right here. This is my scoring blade, the lighter one, and I'm going to be using this darker one. I'm starting here in the middle, and just going up and down from there to get a nice cut. Now I'm going to place it so that this edge is over here, and I'm using the left-hand measurements this time, but it's the same thing, 3/8 of an inch, which is going to be right here. Holding that down firmly and then finally, here's the bottom edge, because remember it was originally like this. I'm going to be trimming off 1/4 of an inch. So it's this long line right here, and I'm using the measurements over on the right. So here is going to be part of our card. And then we've got this piece here. This one, now that it's separated, we're going to do a little extra trimming. I'm going to use my snips and cut off these little edges here so that I don't have these ears sticking up. I'm just following the line that's created by that top layer. And now I want this edge of the envelope to just be 3 inches. So I'm putting it here. Here's my 3-inch mark. That line goes all the way down, so I can also line it up down here. And I have just a little bit extra to trim off. And now this piece is ready to use. Now we've got some stamping to do. First, this sentiment label. I'm centering it vertically, but I'm scooching it over to the right. And on this envelope piece, I'm stamping the word U in the lower right-hand corner. And believe it or not, we are all set to assemble this card. To this piece, I'm adding the foil sticker that says love. And then I'm going to add the row of hearts to the flap. But remember, the flap is going to be in this direction. So I'm turning this piece upside down so that my hearts are going to be right side up. I'm using glue here, but you can use any adhesive. Now we will work on this message panel. We've got this score line up here that is going to be folded back like this, but I actually like to do it in both directions. That helps to weaken the fibers along the fold, and it's going to make our piece more flexible. Once I have it the way that I want, I'm going to use my bone folder to really burnish it down. And then this is going to get attached to our original envelope piece. And this is going to go right along the crease where the flap meets the rest of the envelope. So we're lining it up like this. We're going to center it horizontally and put this edge right up next to the crease. I'm using glue. You can use another adhesive, but it's important to go all the way to the crease and all the way to the edges. I want this edge to go right up next to the crease, but I need to be careful not to go over the crease. Now I'm just going to temporarily flip this back so that it is out of the way, because we're going to be working on this bottom part here. Here is my piece of real red cardstock that I had from before, and all I've done is accordion folded, just like those paper fans that people make. And I've done that to both pieces and really burnished them down. We're going to be gluing these to the bottom here. We want to line up the bottom edges and we want to line up the side edges. Now, the orientation is important. On this left-hand side, I want my accordion folds to look kind of like a 3, like this. And then over here on the right, I want it to look kind of like the letter E, like this. Remember to put adhesive all the way to the crease and all the way to the edges. I'm lining up the bottom and side edges. Once again, lining up the bottom and side edges. Let me give you a different look at this. Okay, and for now, I'm just going to pull this back down, and you can see that it kind of rests in this channel right here. Let me show you from the side. You can see that when the flap opens, see how that rises up and down and kind of floats in this channel here that's created by the fold. Now, the remaining piece of the envelope is going to go right on top of those tabs that we have on the side. And I find it easiest to do just one side at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive here. Once you've given the glue a chance to set, go ahead and test it just to make sure that you don't have stray glue somewhere that is holding something stuck. That looks good, so we are ready to finish decorating. I wanted to wait to put the remaining pieces on until I knew where the flap was going to be because I didn't want to accidentally cover up any of my message. And I can use this heart as a way to sort of latch down the top flap for a little bit. So I'm pretty happy with that placement. Before I put the heart down, I'm going to wrap some twine around it. I didn't measure it because I'm using it right off the spool, but it's about 4 inches. First, I put a little swipe of Stampin' Seal down just to hold the twine in place and make it a little bit easier to work with. Once I've got it wrapped around, I'm using dimensional foam stickers to hold the twine in place and to give a little bit of lift to this heart. I'm not putting a dimensional here because I want to be able to tuck the envelope flap underneath it. Now I'm going to lift up the flap and see how far that message panel rises so I know where to place the sticker on the inside. And then just a few more details left. Here I'm making a bow with the twine. I usually make little bunny ears and wrap them around one another. Then I tighten and adjust as needed. Again, I haven't measured it exactly, but it's approximately 10 inches or so. It's a lot easier to work with a longer piece and trim it off at the end rather than starting out with a piece that's too short. Or if you still have enough, just work directly from the spool. I'm using a glue dot from the kit to hold it in place. And then I really love the little bit of sparkle on these embellishments. Here's our finished card. Now because we trimmed down this envelope, it can now fit inside of another envelope so that you could mail it if you wish. Or, I have another idea for you. You can use a clear envelope, and instead of stamping and using the sticker here, you can directly write the recipient's name and address in your return address. Bonus points if you are using matching ink from the Stampin' Write marker. But then once you have it addressed, you can put it right inside the clear envelope. Seal it up and then put some postage on it. Now keep in mind your post office may want you to use the special non-machinable stamps because this is a glossy surface, but it absolutely can go through the mail this way. Either way, your envelope has now become a card that you can use to send your love. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this dose of creativity. If you're interested in paper pumpkin kits but are not yet a subscriber, you can find my subscription link as well as all of my other links in the description box below. I hope to see you again next time. Till then, have a great day.